Hey everybody, this is Scott from National Cycle. Today we're back in the shop working on a project 2022 MT-07. Saw us in earlier episodes install our windshield and our optional luggage rack. Today we're going to add something, our last piece of this bike to be a set of these bad boys. Our new Extreme Adventure Gear Side Guards. They give you good protection for the bike, opportunities to hang some extra accessories on there on the sides if you like to, and it's a great install, makes a great look for the bike. Now a little bit of a disclaimer here. Before we get started, we will be working on removing several of the motor mount bolts on each side of the bike. We highly recommend that you have access to a lift or fork chuck, straps, and a scissor lift before you attempt this installation. This can help prevent any damage, anything mishaps from happening. If you don't have access to these tools, or you think this might be a little bit over your head, just could contact your local dealer to help you with the installation. If you want to move forward, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to get the bike up on the lift. Got it tied down nice and securely so it's not moving around. And we're going to go back under here to the underside of the bike here a little bit. We installed a scissor lift underneath the engine. We installed a small piece of wood, help for clearance around the exhaust system and everything, and to help kind of keep from damaging the underside of the oil tank there. You want to raise this up to just making contact and supporting the motor. You don't want to lift anything. You just want to get contact with this to make sure it's secure. For doing this, when you take these bolts out, it prevents the engine from shifting around, makes everything going back together a lot easier. So let's go ahead and get started on the bars. All right, now we're going to start tacking the motor mounts. So you want to start with this one up front here. This one, you need a 17mm socket on an extension. Being deep inside here can be a little tricky to get it out once you get it loosened up, but it'll come right out. Now with this one, you want to hold on to the bolt. There's a thick washer here that comes in there stock. You do not need to save this. It's not going to be reused, so that can go right back into your toolbox. Next, you want to attack this Y bracket here. We'll start up front here. These are both 6mm Allens. And you got the back one here. This guy here is going to be an 8mm. Now you got this Y bracket. This bracket will not be reused. The other three remaining bolts will be reused in your installation. All right, now we're going to go ahead and install the right side engine guard. You want to take this lower section, you want to hit the side between the exhaust here, the block, and underneath the oil filter. So it just slides right into that area there. Line up this bung here with the original mount here. And these three other mounts will line up where that Y bracket was originally. I find it's easiest to start with this back bolt here. And it's a little bit easier, gives you basically an extra set of hands to hold this in place while you make your rest of your adjustments. Now let's move forward to the smaller bolts up in front here. Just want to get them in there. You just want to snug them right now. You don't want to go really tight with these, so you can make some adjustments if you need to. Lastly, that big bolt here with that 17mm socket. Remember, they're that washer. You don't need the washer anymore, so it goes in directly as is. All right, now kind of check everything, make sure everything's lined up all right. Then go ahead, you want to snug these down at this point. You don't want to go all tight, torque down all the way, but you want to make sure it's stable, so when you take the bolts on the other side, the engine doesn't come loose and shift around on you. So be very careful with that. So we'll go ahead and tighten these up. We'll meet you on the other side of the bike. Now we're on the left side of the bike. We got the bolts taken out for the motor mounts, and we're going to install the left side bracket. Now, we're going to start by taking the junction block, sliding it into place on the guard, and it's putting one of the bolts in there with the slide washer. You just want to thread it on. You want to keep this very loose. It makes it a lot easier to get into place and make any adjustments. So now we're going to slide it under the block, under the oil filter, and we're going to meet the other bar right here. Just pick it up, slide it into place. You're going to have to kind of put this in place here while putting it in place around the motor mounts on the other side. So it's a little bit of a trick. Just slide it in. All right, now we got the junction all the way in place. You want to go ahead and secure the other side with the other 4mm bolt and the washer. In with the kit. Just threads right in. A little bit tight in here, so it takes a little bit of patience, but a nice long Allen wrench should be able to get in there no problem. Or you can use the socket on an extension, that works as well. And I'm going to leave this loose for now, again, so we can make any final adjustments on each side of the bike. Now we're just going to go ahead and reinstall the motor mount bolts on this side. Again, like I said, start with the back one here. Secures it very nicely here. It keeps another set of hands back here so you can move stuff around and get anything adjusted you may need to adjust. Back up to the smaller ones up in here. And finally the main without the washer. Remember, you don't need to use that. 17 on an extension, 17mm socket on an extension. And get that back into place. And start tightening them down. Now that you got everything installed, go ahead and check all the bolts, check your alignment, make sure everything looks square on the bike, and go ahead and tighten everything down to spec. And there you have it. You're installed, ready to go. You're ready to conquer the road. Great places on this bar, any accessories, protects the bike a little bit, and it looks great. Team it up with our VStream windshield and our optional luggage rack, and you can conquer whatever the road throws at you. For information on these products, all products from National Cycle and Z-Technic, visit our website, nationalcycle.com. or check out us on social media at Facebook, Instagram, and check out the rest of our videos on YouTube. Thanks again for watching, and enjoy your ride.